Hello Snowflakers, it's Lorna here. And as we're now in December, and it's the 1st of December, we are beginning our season of Advent in the UK. And these are the 24 days leading up to Christmas Day itself. Now, in the Christian world, we believe that the 25th of December is the day that Jesus Christ, the Son of God, was born. And in all the churches around the country, they will be telling this story so that we can all remember the special way in which he came into the world. Now, the name of the story is Nativity, the Nativity Story, and let me tell it for you now. A long, long time ago, there was a very good and kind woman called Mary. And Mary was soon to be married to a kind and hard-working carpenter called Joseph. Now, one night, Mary was lying in bed when an angel called Gabriel appeared in front of her. The angel Gabriel had been sent by God to give her a message. He told her that she would become pregnant with the Son of God, and that she should take care of him, of course, as she would her own dear child, and help him on his way into the world. Now, Mary was overjoyed with this news. And of course, she wanted to share it with Joseph. And at first, Joseph was not sure about the message. He did not know what to make of it. But soon after they were married, he too was visited by an angel, or by a group of angels, who told him again of God's words, and that he should love Mary and love the baby Jesus and keep them together as a family. Now, at that time, there was a Roman emperor who was governing that part of the world, and he declared that everyone throughout the kingdom should return to their original place of birth in order that they could be counted and that they could be charged taxes. Now, they were currently living in Nazareth, but they had to make the journey back to Bethlehem, which was the town that Joseph had been born in. Now, it was around 60 kilometres to this place, and at the time, Mary was very, very heavily pregnant. Of course, they didn't have a lot of money, and Joseph had to walk, but Mary was carried on the back of a donkey. When they arrived in Bethlehem, they started to search for a place to stay. Mary became aware that very soon her time to have the baby would come, and she was very keen to be out of the open air and in a comfortable and warm place. They went to each of the inns, like hotels, and knocked on the door, and each one told them that there was no room at the inn, that there was no place that they could stay. Now, in the end, one of the innkeepers took pity on Mary in her very heavily pregnant state and told them that they could use the stable where the animals were kept and make themselves a bed and make themselves comfortable. So this is what they did, and they were comfortable enough. And very soon, Mary gave birth in the stable to the baby Jesus. Now, they had nowhere to put him on a bed, so they put him in the manger, which is the animal's food trough, and he was comfortable and warm there. Now, above the stable, a great and bright star was shining. And this great bright star was letting anyone who was paying attention to it know that something very special had happened on earth that night. Now, 3 kings, 3 wise men who had studied the stars, noticed its arrival straight away, and they knew that they should follow it, and that is what they did. They knew that it was a sign from God, so they each brought with them a gift, and they travelled from far lands until they got to the stable. And when they arrived at the stable, they each gave him a gift, one of gold, one of frankincense, and one of myrrh. Now, elsewhere, a little bit closer by in the kingdom, some angels appeared to some shepherds, some men who were looking after sheep. And the angels told the shepherds that they too should journey to visit the baby Jesus, and that after they had done so, they should tell everybody that they met on their journey home that the Christ the Saviour had been born on earth. And this is what they did. And each of them gave a humble gift, for they were poor men, and one of them is said to have brought a baby lamb to put before the baby Jesus. Now, there are many more stories about Jesus' life, but for Christians, especially on Christmas Day, this is a chance for celebration that Jesus Christ was born. Now, if you'd like to know any more about the Nativity Story, you can watch a video that was made starring Roy, or you can find it anywhere on the internet. Just type in the Nativity Story and you'll find out a lot more. But we're going to have a few more videos coming each day of December, so please tune in to find out more of the reasons and stories behind our Christmas traditions. Thanks for listening. Bye bye.